I like your intro.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be our weekly DraftKings segment. We're going to do this every week. DraftKings offers weekly fantasy football without a season-long commitment. You can visit DraftKings.com or use your app to start an account and start playing.
All right, so you and I are going to be on this. We're going to be playing, and we invite all the viewers to come join us as well. How's that work?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got prizes, too.
Starting soon, we're going to be giving stuff away. We got T-shirts back there. We got some hats. So starting, next week or two, something like that, we're going to have information on how you can beat Jim and me in DraftKings football.
Swag.
Yes. We love swag.
And gear.
Right.
I think it's the same thing, just different names for the same thing.
But now,
so they should go sign up now and be ready then. So
yes.
when we start playing, they could do it, be ready for week one already as it is, but we're going to jump in real soon.
Yeah, you can start playing now, everybody. And we're going to go over real quick how you play DraftKings football because it's a little different than regular fantasy football. Your roster looks like a regular fantasy roster here. No kickers, though, thank goodness. We hate fantasy kickers. You've got a salary cap. 50. No offense, Graham, if you're watching. Aaron Rodgers there, $8,600. That's a high salary. You have a salary cap of $50,000. Basically, if you spend on your superstars like Rodgers and Julio Jones, you're going to need to save at other positions. The scoring, similar to regular fantasy football, we talk about the points per reception leagues. And that's what DraftKings is. So that's how you're going to score. And that's pretty much a summary of how you play. But go to DraftKings.com, open an account, you can start playing for week one.
So spend too much early on, and you get Toby Gerhart as your running back.
Exactly. And we won't see Toby Gerhart on the field this week, we don't think.
That's why I plan accordingly, although he's probably available. Now, one of the things I know you like to do is look at combos. I love that feeling when you get like a touchdown and you realize your quarterback threw it, and then your receiver caught it at the same time. So that's really the way to go if you can stack certain players together and it really cash in.
Yes, we call it the stack. Normally, it's a quarterback and a wide receiver or a quarterback and a tight end. If the quarterback throws a touchdown to the receiver, you have them both, and there you go. You double up. We've got a few stack options here for you. If you want to spend on your stack, well, the Bears' defense is not very good. Aaron Rodgers and Randall Cobb for those prices right there.
Now you made
like
John Fox mad.
Well, you think
that's okay?
I'm sorry about that.
He's probably not watching.
In the middle, Sam Bradford and Jordan Matthews. Do we think the Eagles are going to score a lot of points against the Falcons on Monday night? I would say yes.
Against most teams, I think the Eagles will.
Sam Bradford, the problem with Bradford is he doesn't stay healthy, but he's healthy as far as we know for week one. Hopefully he stays healthy for 4 quarters. He and Jordan Matthews can make a nice pair. If you're looking to save money here, spend it somewhere else, Carson Palmer's pretty cheap. They're against the Saints, whose defense, again, pretty shaky. John Brown's become a favorite of his in the preseason. He looks like he might have a breakout season. A lot of people seem to really like him. Very cheap at $4,500 in the salary, so that could be a nice little budgetary stack, too.
Okay, so some good fantasy advice from John. And we all know who the biggest players are in general. In DraftKings, you'll see it by their price, but you just know who the great players are. You've done some bargain hunting.
Yes.
You've kind of gone to the back of the store where the clearance items are and found some good savings if you're looking to fill your roster with some quality without spending all your budget.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, we're not looking to use all of these guys. If you spend on the Aaron Rodgers or the Julio Joneses, these are some of the guys you can use to save at other positions. Quarterback, Tyrod Taylor of the Bills. Now, we don't know how good Tyrod Taylor is. It's his first NFL start, but we know he can run, and running quarterbacks in fantasy football are nice. If he only throws for, let's say, 150 and a touchdown, but then he runs for 60 yards and a touchdown, that's a really nice day. Running backs, we've talked about Amir Abdullah. Some of these prices are low because they were set about a month ago. Next week, they'll change a little bit and they'll become more normal, but you can get some bargains in week one. Amir Abdullah, he's going to catch some passes, very cheap. He's going to have a timeshare in the Lions backfield. Doug Martin with the Bucs, he's got that job. We didn't know it a month ago. We do now. He's probably going to run plenty. Devontae Adams with the Packers, he becomes valuable now because Jordy Nelson got hurt. So he's the number 2 option for Aaron Rodgers is a pretty nice option, don't you think?
In that offense, yeah, everyone's going to touch the football. And I saw further down the list, you had a guy named Corey Brown. Was that Philly Brown?
That was Philly Brown, yes.
So Philly had some trouble. Corey in the preseason, we think coach is calling him Philly now, so we'll go Philly for the moment.
Yep.
But Corey in the preseason, of course, well documented, dropped some footballs, but you think maybe that's behind him. They wouldn't put him in the starting lineup if they didn't have confidence in him.
Yeah, I think the drops, they in the offseason, they couldn't say enough nice things about him. And the drops in the preseason, I tend to think, and we all tend to think, they're more fluky than something that's going to stick with him. He's at the league minimum price in DraftKings. So if you're looking to save money and you're trying to, hit one of the big tournaments on DraftKings, he's a guy who very cheap could have a nice day. All it takes is one long ball, and we think if the Panthers are going to throw deep, Philly Brown's the most likely candidate.
All right, so that's some advice for you. John also takes his own advice.
Yes.
So can we see your fantasy lineup for this week?
Let's go for
DraftKings, all right, what are you doing with your team this week?
I'm using the Bradford-Matthews stack, sort of the mid-price one.
Let me get a screenshot of this so I can use this later. Okay, good.
Jonathan Stewart, he's sort of a mid-price running back. But we think he's got to get the ball 20 times, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he's someone I think is a great buy at his price here. Des Bryant, the Giants defense, very well could be a dumpster fire. If you want to use Tony Romo too, I'm not going to argue with you. I mentioned John Brown earlier. Andre Ellington is John Brown's teammate. The Saints defense so shaky, I think a number of Cardinals could help you out. And that Jet defense against Cleveland, I think, is a lock.
All right, there you go. That's John's lineup right there. Do your own work, though. Don't look at his paper. I mean, you can borrow advice, but don't just steal it blatantly.
You can watch more exclusive Panthers TV programming on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Check out Facebook TWC Sports Channel NCSC.